Hello everyone, how's your day doing? I hope it's going well. My name is Miss Rahma and today I'm gonna speak about two things. First, how to asking and giving opinion, and the second is how to say agreement and disagreement. Before we start the class, I have a quote for today. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. So this motivational quote teaches us that success in studying comes from consistent effort. Okay, let's begin to talk about school. Now I want you guys to choose the partner to make a conversation. One person is going to ask and the other is going to answer the question. These are some examples of the questions. Did you enjoy your time at school? In general, why did you like best? What did you hate the most? Do you think education in your country is generally of a good standard? How could it be improved? If you were Minister of Education, what's the first thing you will do? Were you a good student at school? Do you have any interesting stories from your school days? What's your best memory? Did you used to play sport at school? Were the facilities good? Have you ever fallen asleep in class? What happened? Do students and children wear uniforms here? Should they? Can next, if you want to give your opinion, this useful expression to express opinions in English. I will read it for you. 3 ways to give a personal opinion. First, expressing a strong opinion. For example, I bet that, I dare to say that, I'm absolutely convinced that, I'm sure that, I strongly believe that, I have no doubt that, there's no doubt in my mind. Okay. The second one, expressing a neutral opinion. For example, I'm not sure, but I think blah blah blah. I feel that blah blah blah. In my opinion, in my view, I tend to think that, I suppose that, it seems to me that, I must admit that I'm not sure. And the third, expressing a subjective opinion. For example, in my experience, I don't know about other people, but I can say blah blah blah. What I found is, as I see it, if you ask me, in my experience, to my mind, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, as far as I understand, as for me, or as to me. And there are the other way to expressing general point of view. We use these words and phrases to express a general point of view. For example, some people say that blah blah blah. Many people think about. Most people believe that. Is it often said that? It is generally accepted that. Everybody knows that. According to the scientists, it is thought that. Some people say that. It is considered. It is generally accepted that. The research seems to suggest that. You can also give your agreement or disagreement to other people's opinions. So I have this card: agree, disagree, completely disagree, and I also put don't know. I'll give you the statement and you can use this card. Choose one of the best card that you want. School uniform is essential. What do you think? Pupils are not given enough homework. A good teacher is a strict teacher. Exams are getting easier. Teacher should receive salary according to exam results. School should be 3 days a week. Education should be free. All pupils should study cookery and sewing. So I'll give you some expression about how to express agreement and disagreement. For agree, if you are agree, you can say that I agree. I think we are in agreement of that. I think you're right. I think we can accept your position on that. Or if you are disagree, you can say that I don't agree. I really cannot agree with you. I'm not convinced by your argument, and I can accept your point of view. But I have another example of expression: strong agreement and strong disagreement. If you are completely agree, you can say that I completely agree. I agree entirely with your point of view. I'm of exactly the same opinion. I'm in total agreement. Or if you completely disagree, you can say that I totally disagree with you. I don't agree at all. If completely mistaken, I disagree entirely. And I have the tips for you to softening your disagreement. You can add this expression before you start saying that you disagree about something. For example, I'm afraid that I totally disagree with, or you can add, I'm sorry, I respect your opinion, to be quiet frankly, with respect, or however. Now it's time to do the exercise. I want you to divide the class into 2 groups. One group A and the other is group B. I will read the roll cards for you. Please listen. For group A, you are the president of a new school in a middle income area of the city. Your school is very modern and is set to offer a high standard of education to 500 pupils. You will have state-of-the-art computer labs, science lab, language laboratories, and you will employ qualified teachers from all over the world, specialists in their field, all having graduated from faculties in top universities. But some local people are angry with you because your school is not a free school. Students must pay a lot of money to study there, and this is seen as unfair to other local families who don't have the money. You must meet local families and defend your school and the governing body's decision to ask families to pay for education there. Think of some things you can say to support your case. Okay, got it? And for the group B, listen carefully. You are a parent living in a middle income area in the city. You have a young child and you are currently looking for a good school to send them to. A new school is being built on your street, which, according to the ministry, will have the very best facilities and teachers. But there is one problem. The school fees are very expensive, so you are very angry about this. You don't believe families should pay for their children's educations? Education is a right, not a privilege. To make matters worse, families in your area simply cannot afford these fees. So pupils will be from other areas, which means that the school is not even serving the local community. You go to meet the headmaster to argue that paid education is wrong and such a school in your area is a bad decision. Think of some things you can say to support your case. So I will leave you to prepare your arguments, questions, and reasons. I'll be back in a few minutes. So, what did you learn today? What is unclear to you? You can ask me freely about the lessons today, and I want you to give the rate on a scale of 1 to 10 about how well do you understand about the lessons today. Okay, thank you for joining me in these lessons. I hope you all understand and I hope you in a good condition so we can meet in another lesson. I'm Miss Rahmah. See ya.